Hi everyone, welcome back. You're watching Math with Anila.
We have studied about the rational and irrational numbers in the previous class. So here let's discuss about rationalization. And what is rationalization? The process of rationalizing a surd by multiplying it with its rationalizing factor is called rationalization. So here you are finding two new words, that is a surd as well as a rationalizing factor. So what is a surd? First let's see what's a surd. We can define a surd as if x is a positive rational number and n is a positive integer such that x to the power 1 by n, that is equal to nth root of x, is irrational. The condition you should see, x is a positive rational number and n is a positive integer such that nth root of x is irrational. If this condition satisfies, then we can say that it is a surd or a radical. X to the power 1 by n is a surd or a radical. It's also called as a radical. So what's the condition here? The condition is that x should be a positive rational number and n is a positive integer. And final result should be an irrational number. This is what the condition to get a surd. Okay, and let's see what's a rationalizing factor. When two surds are multiplied together such that the product is a rational number, then the two surds are called the rationalizing factor of each other. Let's consider the example of some surds. Cube root of 6, square root of 4 and square root of 8. So in these three irrational numbers, just check it out, these three irrational numbers, cube root of 6, just we have to see whether this condition satisfies or not. Cube root of 6 is, here x is 6, it's a rational number and n is a positive integer, and the nth root of x is cube root of 6. It is irrational. So we can say that this is an example of a surd. Okay. Now when you consider square root of 4, we know that the answer of square root of 4 is equal to 2. So the condition is not satisfying because nth root of x, square root of 4 is not an irrational number. It is a rational number. Therefore, this is not an example of a surd. And if you see the square root of 8, you can say that this also irrational. Therefore, this also is an example of a surd. This is what a surd. Consider these two numbers. These are examples of surds. Now, let's find the rationalizing factor of these two things. What is rationalizing factor or what is rationalization? When you are multiplying this particular term with another number so that you must get the answer as a rational number. There should not be any root in the answer. It should be a rational number. The product should be a rational number. So let's multiply this 5 square root of 2 with square root of 2 itself. So what we will get? We'll get this as 5 into square root of 4. That is 5 into 2. It's equal to 10. So we are getting a rational number here. Therefore, we can say that this root 2 is the rationalizing factor of 5 root 2. Also, 5 root 2 can be the rationalizing factor of the other term as well. But when you consider root 2 is the lowest rationalizing factor of 5 root 2. And in the same way, if you consider square root of 3, we can multiply the square root of 3 with one more square root of 3. The product will be square root of 9 and that is equal to 3. So this is a rational number. Therefore, we can say that this square root of 3 is a rationalizing factor of each other. This is what the rationalizing factor. Consider 3 minus square root of 2 and 5 minus square root of 3. Let's find the rationalizing factor for these two questions. First, let's consider 3 minus square root of 2. We will multiply this with 3 plus square root of 2 so that we will get this product in the form of a square minus b square, because a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. So this will be 9 minus square root of 2 the whole square. That's equal to 9 minus 2. It is equal to 7. See, when you are multiplying these two, we have got the answer as a rational number. Therefore, we can say that 3 plus root 2 is the rationalizing factor of 3 minus root 2 and 3 minus root 2 is the rationalizing factor of 3 plus root 2. Now, consider 5 minus root 3. 5 minus root 3. If you multiply this 5 minus root 3 with 5 plus root 3, we'll get the product as 5 square minus root 3 the whole square, that is 25 minus 3, that is equal to 22. Again a rational number. Therefore 5 plus root 3 is the rationalizing factor of 5 minus root 3, and 5 minus root 3 is the rationalizing factor of 5 plus root 3. Let's consider these three questions and rationalize the denominator. Here you are not going to rationalize the entire term. Here only rationalize the denominator. Let's consider the first question. 3 by square root of 5. So if you multiply the square root of 5 with the square root of 5 itself, that becomes a rational number. So rationalizing factor of square root of 5 is equal to square root of 5 itself. Now let's multiply this. You will get this as square root of 5. Now you have to multiply both the numerator as well as the denominator with the rationalizing factor so that the value will not change. Your final answer will be 3 square root of 5 by root of 25. That is equal to 3 square root of 5 by 5. This is your answer what you are getting. Now look at the denominator. It has become a rational number. Therefore, square root of 5 is the rationalizing factor. Consider this number 2 square root of 3 by square root of 5. So here again we are rationalizing the denominator. We have to multiply both the numerator as well as the denominator by square root of 5 itself, since square root of 5 is the rationalizing factor in this case. So we will multiply it with square root of 5 both in the numerator as well as in the denominator. You will get this as 2 square root of 3 5s are 15 divided by square root of 25, that's equal to 2 square root of 15 by 5. Consider the third question, that is 2 by 5 square root of 6. In this case the rationalizing factor is square root of 6. Now let's multiply it with both the numerator as well as the denominator. So you'll get this as 2 square root of 6 by 5 into root of 36. So that is equal to 2 square root of 6 by 5 into 6, because square root of 36 is 6 here. Now let's cancel this 6 and 2. You'll get this as 3. Your final answer will be square root of 6 divided by 15. And now here the denominator is a rational number. So this is how you can rationalize the denominator. In the next class, let's study more about rationalizing the denominator and solving sums. That's all for today. Thank you.